Pablo Neruda, The Way Spain Was. The poetry discussed here is authored by Pablo Neruda, a celebrated Chilean poet-diplomat known for his versatility and experimental style. Born Neftali Ricardo Rice in 1904, he adopted the pseudonym Pablo Neruda, which later became his legal name. Neruda's work is central to Spanish-American poetry from the 1920s to the 1970s, bridging the gap between surrealism and magic realism. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1971 and is hailed as one of the greatest Spanish-language poets of the 20th century. His poetry often explores themes of love, politics, and identity, employing vivid imagery and lyrical language to convey deep emotional truths. Let's discuss the poetry first. Pablo Neruda, The Way Spain Was. 1. Taut and dry Spain was educated and arid, lacking moisture or water. 2. A day's drum of dull sound, each day seemed to produce a monotonous, repetitive sound, like a drum beating in a dull manner. 3. A plain, an eagle's eyrie, a silence, it was a flat landscape, resembling both a vast plain and the high nest of an eagle, characterized by a profound silence. 4. Below the lashing weather. This silence existed under the harsh and stormy weather conditions. 5. How unto crying out, unto the very soul, the poet expresses a deep, soulful desire to cry out or lament. 6. I love your barren soil and your rough bread, despite its infertile land and coarse food, the poet expresses love for Spain. 7. Your stricken people. The people of Spain are described as suffering or afflicted. 8. How in the depths of me, within the poet's innermost being or soul. 9. Grows the lost flower of your villages, there exists within the poet a sense of nostalgia or longing for the simplicity and purity of Spain's rural villages. 10. Timeless, impossible to budge, these feelings are described as eternal and unchanging, resistant to movement or change. 11. Your tracts of minerals, the land rich with mineral resources. 12. Bulging like oldsters under the moon, the minerals seem to swell or protrude, resembling elderly individuals under the moonlight. 13. Devoured by an imbecile god. The minerals are consumed or exploited by a foolish or ignorant deity. 14. All your extensions, your bestial solitude, the vast expanses of land and the solitude of nature, both wild and primitive. 15. Joined with your sovereign intelligence, combined with Spain's independent and powerful intellect or wisdom. 16. Haunted by the abstracted stones of silence, the landscape is filled with silent stones, which seem to possess an otherworldly or abstract quality. 17. Your harsh wine and your sweet wine, referring to both the rough and refined qualities of Spanish wine. 18. Your violent and delicate vineyards. The vineyards exhibit both aggressive and gentle characteristics. 19. Stone of the sun, pure among territories, Spain is described as a land illuminated by the sun, radiant and untainted compared to other regions. 20. Spain veined with bloods and metals, blue and victorious, the country is depicted as containing veins of blood and precious metals, symbolic of its rich history and victories. 21. Proletariat of petals and bullets, the common people of Spain are compared to both fragile flower petals and ammunition, suggesting their vulnerability and strength. 22. Alone alive, somnolent, resounding. Despite its solitude, Spain is depicted as alive, sleepy, and echoing with sound. Let's sum up the poetry. The poetry by Pablo Neruda, as summarized, delves into themes of love, loss, and nostalgia, often expressed through vivid imagery and emotional depth. In Tonight I Can Write, Neruda explores the pain of lost love, reminiscing about moments shared with a beloved and grappling with feelings of longing and heartbreak. The poem captures the bittersweet nature of memory and the enduring impact of past relationships. In The Way Spain Was, Neruda paints a portrait of Spain, highlighting its rugged beauty, rich history, and complex character. Through evocative language and striking metaphors, he celebrates the country's strengths and acknowledges its struggles, expressing a deep connection to its land and people. Overall, Neruda's poetry resonates with readers for its poignant exploration of the human experience, its profound emotional resonance, and its lyrical beauty.